Is social media destroying the self-esteem, self-worth, and confidence of boys and young males? Welcome back. My name's Punith. You are joining The Mailman, the brand focused on breaking the stigma around male body image issues and the mental health impact it can have on you. We talk a lot about social media and the impact that it can have on your mental health, but what about boys growing up with it in today's modern world? What about the 13-year-olds waking up, checking their phones, comparing themselves to some shredded 25-year-old who's constantly hitting the gym on, all sorts of supplements or steroids or protein shakes, pills, and more. And when they look at these influencers, athletes, fitness models, and compare themselves, it's not a surprise that they think, I'm just not enough. I don't look like this person. This is a conversation that needs to be addressed. So the comparison starts early. From the moment boys get online, they're bombarded with pictures of what they feel is masculinity. Six packs, chiseled jaws, dominance, behaving in a certain way. And if they don't feel that they look like that person, they think they've already failed. But the truth is, most of these images are filtered, they're edited, they are not even real. They don't look anything like the real person. Yes, there are always going to be people who are toned, muscly, have less body fat, actual athletes. But why do young boys and young males feel like they need to look like one of these people just to fit in? And if they look any different, they're not enough. And the funny thing is, boys, young males, they will experience all of these kind of feelings of not feeling good enough, or they feel, I don't value myself because I don't look like that person. Those feelings, they'll just bottle those up for years and years, just like in my case. They'll bury it deep down because ultimately, if males share their feelings, it's almost viewed as weak. So it's better sometimes to keep it in. And that's a mindset I wish I never had. I wish I could have gone back in time and changed that, because I feel like if I spoke about these things, spoke about my feelings, spoke about the concerns and worries I have about not looking like someone else because I wanted to fit in, I probably would have received more help about those feelings and challenging those feelings without letting it impact my mental health, and subsequently having an impact on my current day mental health with anxiety, depression, confidence issues, low self-worth, body image issues, massive insecurities. If I felt more comfortable talking and voicing my feelings back then, maybe none of this would even be a problem now. Maybe if I had that help or advice from someone just telling me, you know what, I am enough. I am perfectly fine the way I look. Everyone looks different. Yes, there are going to be people that are more toned. There are going to be people that are more overweight. There are going to be people who are tall, short, different colors of skin. But we're all different. We're all built different. I don't need to look like anyone else to feel worthy. And I'm sure if I did tell people how I was feeling, I would have probably received that kind of advice and kind words. But the issue is, I didn't talk, just like millions of other boys, young males out there. They just don't talk about it. Because if they did, I'm pretty sure they would be also told that they are worthy. They look just how they're meant to look. There is nothing wrong in the way they look. We are all different. And that's just how the world is made up. How you look has no impact on what you can achieve in life. I look at the kids in my children's primary school, and I'm so glad that they haven't got to that stage yet where they are exposed to this kind of stuff. It actually worries me having two girls that when they go to secondary school, they're going to be faced with similar challenges from a female perspective. And that's something which, yes, is relevant to this, but I'm specifically talking about males because this is what many males have experienced throughout their lives, and young males will continue to experience if they don't feel that they have that platform and comfort to be able to talk openly about this. Because the silence is deadly. The silence of not talking about things can seriously lead to some dangerous consequences. And this world that we live in, where everything is online, it's only going to get worse. There are not enough role models out there to make young males feel comfortable just looking the way that they do. Why do they even feel that they need to look like someone else in order to fit in order to feel accepted, in order to feel that they're going to get attention from girls or different friends groups or be successful in a career? There's something fundamentally wrong with the system if that's the type of structure that they feel is going to equal success. And so, yeah, maybe this is something that needs to go back to the schools. Maybe the schools need to take more of a lead on this. And that's something I'm more than happy to help with. I've experienced this, I've lived this, and I'm still living it. The whole purpose of this brand and channel and message is to make males of all age groups feel comfortable being themselves, however they look. Because as I say all the time, we're all built different, but we're still valid. So why is it that we feel insecure because we don't look like someone else? Why do we look at social media and look at all these ripped guys who we feel have the perfect bodies and want to look like them? Why do we feel bullied into making ourselves look different? Especially with kids, especially bullying that continues today. I faced that so much during my childhood. I also faced it from two angles, from being an overweight kid, but also for being the color I am. I'm talking about all kids should feel comfortable with the way they look. And if they don't, they should have the opportunity and platform to be able to talk about that, to receive the reassurance and kindness from someone else telling them that they are enough. They do not have to change a single thing about themselves. They are worthy, they are enough, and they do not need to look like someone else in order to fit in. Ultimately, if they want to change something about themselves, if they want to lose some weight, if they want to get their teeth done or their hairline sorted out, or honestly, whatever it is, as long as they're doing it for themselves because it's something that they want to do, whether that's going to give them a bit more confidence or it's a struggle that they've had to live with for a long time and it's just something that they want to do for themselves, not because of anyone else, fine, do that. But don't think by looking online, being bullied by influencers and fitness gurus or whoever else is trying to push their fitness routine or product to you, don't feel that you need to be bullied into be doing those changes. Do the change yourself for you. Just like I'm doing. I'm running. I've started running. I hate running, but I'm actually starting to enjoy it. Not because I want to lose weight. It's actually because I don't want to die early. I'm 38. I felt quite unfit over the last few years. And quite frankly, a month ago, I never thought I'd be able to do 5K. But I'm doing 5K nearly every other day now because I'm trying to get my heart stronger. And it's working. And if I lose some weight doing it, that's great. But I'm not changing anything about me apart from running. I'm eating the same. I'm still drinking whatever I want to drink. I'm just trying to enjoy myself a bit more. I've spent years feeling like I'm being controlled by these kind of invisible forces, social media, fashion industry, society, everyone that I walk past down the street, constantly feeling like I'm being judged because of the way I look. And I just want to get some of that time back, if I'm being honest. I want to be able to go swimming with my girls without having to wear some form of swim shirt to cover myself up. And yes, I've got a long way to go before I feel comfortable enough to be able to do that. And that's where I need your help. That's why I want to grow this community so that males of all ages, including myself, can just feel comfortable however they look, without feeling like they're going to be judged. Maybe we need the right role models to support this change. People that can join forces with the male man, with myself, promote the idea of just being comfortable, being yourself, and how looking different is actually just being normal. There is no perfect way of looking. And I've got a couple of ideas. People that I've grown up with, a particular cricketer who's also been quite vocal about their own body issues, eating disorders, and someone, quite frankly, I think a lot of people can relate with, just because they're genuine, honest, and respected. So let's see if we can make that happen. But one person isn't enough. We need more. So watch this space. We need to change the way we talk to young men and boys. We need to show them that being real is better than being fake and ripped just for the sake of trying to fit in. Authenticity trumps everything. If you've liked this video, if anything I've said resonates with you, if you think it's valuable to share this kind of stuff with your children, this is exactly what I want. This is a message that is relevant for males of all ages, and it's a topic that needs to be addressed early, quite frankly. I'm a bit too late, but it's not for someone that's still yet to enter this dangerous world that we live in. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think. What have you experienced? Have you suffered or had any experiences with social media or your own mental health challenges? Comment, let me know, tell me your story, and let's try and get this message out there. Thanks for watching. I've been Punith, and I'll see you on the next one.